Sometimes a parachute doesn't open, but sometimes there's this. This is another worst freak accidents. Viewer discretion is advised. Unfortunately, I cannot find a confirmed photo of the individual involved in this, but this story happened to a 40-year-old man named Nicolas Galy. Nicolas was an aeronautical engineer and a wingsuit enthusiast. He had a ton of successful wingsuit experiences under his belt. But one day, tragically and very suddenly, his life would come to an end, doing the thing he loved doing most. It was July of 2018, and this occurred in France. Nicolas Galy was on a plane that was being operated by the Midi-Pyrenees Skydiving School Association. Nicolas, along with another base jumper, jumped out of a plane. This is not an image from the actual incident. I got these images because this channel had talked about this particular story, so it's this YouTube channel. But as Nicolas jumped out, the pilot operating the plane almost immediately began their descent to land, which is not what he was supposed to do, especially not as close as he was to the two men who jumped out. And the pilot did not consult with the two individuals who jumped out of the plane prior to them jumping out. So, and again, not an image from the incident, as the plane is going down, so is Nicolas, and within a few moments of him jumping out of the plane, he comes into direct contact with the wing of the plane. He didn't slam into it and bounce off of it. It was much worse than that. Nicolas came into contact with the wing at around his neck area, and what happened was his head was removed instantly. The wing of the plane sliced completely through his neck and decapitated him fully, then causing his lifeless body and his severed head to fall thousands of meters to the earth below. The other individual was unharmed. The pilot, whose name has never been released publicly, was arrested and charged with manslaughter. Specifically, he would go on to be convicted of involuntary manslaughter. His pilot license was obviously revoked, and the skydiving association he flew for was fined a hefty amount of money, but they themselves were not found responsible. It was the pilot who was responsible for this. He was the one who broke protocol. He would be sentenced to 12 months, and that was a suspended sentence, which means he never spent a day in prison after his conviction. I mean, I don't think the pilot had any actual intent to do this, but he should have also known way better. This did not need to happen. It should not have happened. Nicolas was not at fault either. He followed everything by the book. And sadly, his life ended in a very brutal manner. That is just a really horrific way to go.